So it's been a fair few months now, so you can probably tell the beard's getting long. But I'll just show you the car. Well, at the moment it's not running, my own fault. Went through water probably about that deep, and yeah, she's not getting fuel into the motor now, so I've got new pumps in there, but I just need to find time to actually install it. And with the suspension, just talk about that. With the rear here, let me get under it. Now I've got these are just some progressive heavy duty bump stops that I got from Outback Armour. Got Superior Engineering, the 3-inch lift GU shocks. Patrol and Hilux shocks have the exact same dimensions for the eye pins, so you can put GU or GQ, whatever, Patrol shocks onto a Hilux. You get a bit more flex out of them, and that's and also I've added the 3mm castor wedges. Yeah, I've added them in because when I lifted it up from where it was sitting stock, it was 4 inches higher, and every time you went and drive it, the unis would bind up, and you'd feel the shudder in the drive shaft. So as soon as I put the castor wedges in, it fixed that problem, so that's all sweet. And you probably see on the video, yeah, there's stacks on the car now. That's in the next video coming out. So with the front suspension, I did have a heavy duty sway bar in it, but as you can see here, I've taken it out. At first I just had your adjustable heavy duty links, and then doing some research I found that I found some semi-disconnect sway bar links from Performance Suspension Racing. So I bought them, put them in. I'll chuck a couple of photos up on so you can see them. Yeah, when I was out full driving, the driver's side here, the top bolt and the lower bolt both completely snapped off. So the sway bar dropped down and whacked my CV and ripped the boot and everything. And after that trip, I just decided to take the sway bar completely out. Like on road, yes, it sways a little bit. I do have progressive bump stops in front. They helped a lot with the sway because they engage a lot sooner than your factory hard ones. And also you can see on the video, I've braced the front spindles now. In the next few months, the videos that will come out, I actually don't have these brace spindles on. They've just been put on the last week after I flooded the car. But with having a no sway bar on, off-road, it is a lot better. It's a lot smoother, you get a lot more flex out of front. The only downside having more flex in front is more flex upwards. So when I put the 35s on, which you'll see in the upcoming video as well, they actually scrub a lot in the fenders when you fully compress up. So I'm going to be putting a 2-inch body lift in it, get a bit more clearance. Well, the camera stopped recording, the SD card was full, so I switched to the phone. At the moment with the suspension, it's really as much as you can do in like your stock platform. With the rear, like you could probably take the leaf out of the leaf springs for a bit more softer flex in it, but how the shocks are mounted in your stock positions, it's basically as much flex you can get, because as you can see there, it's rubbing on the leaf spring on full flex. So to overcome that, you would have to run a invert shock style, so have a tube or bar coming from this chassis over the other chassis, and relocate your shock mounts onto the diff itself. You'll weld some mounts on and invert your shocks in. You'll get a lot more flex out of that. I don't know if I'll do it just yet. I'll just run this setup how it is. But for IFS leaf sprung ute, like, it's okay. On full flex, tire drops down to the your rock sliders there, so it's not too bad. And the rear bars fitted back on too. I've got a couple of videos that I'll show you next, just fabrication, making the rear mount for it. It's not too hard. And if I want to go more crazy with the suspension, which I want to do down the line, it'll be doing the SAS and the 4-link in it. But at the moment in stock form, this is probably the best you can probably get.
We're working on Jack's bar today, working on putting those braces on there, up to there, so the bar doesn't drop down or twist or do anything, gives it a bit more support. We've done that on both sides, so we'll come back once it's done and show you what it's like. Okay, so we did a test bit here, just welded both sides just to make sure we had it set correctly before we went and welded here. We've tacked both sides on, ready to go. Now we just got to weld it up, and then we'll take it off, clean it up, paint it, and put it all back on.
So I've cleaned it all up, sanded the welds back smooth, and I've also continued this line across, so it's a bit more clearance with the shackles for it. We've just put a primer underneath and then just sprayed the black over that, so she's all looking brand new now. All I've got to do is bolt her back up now. Here we go. The bar's all bolted back on. It's all strengthened again. I ended up chopping this corner out of it just for a bit more clearance with that shackle. It's all solid now. Just got to take her out on the weekend and we test it all out, make sure it's all very strong and not going to break. Yeah, should be good.